I think everyone in the arena knows that Klay is capable of doing that, but how nice was it to see him go off like that in the first quarter?
Yeah, I thought he set the tone. He was great tonight. I thought Spencer did a great job of being the point guard to set the table. So I thought he was looking for Klay. I thought the screens were set and Klay was ready to go, and I thought he got us going, and I think everybody else followed after that.
I mean, what did you just think about the aggression level from Klay just coming out of the gates tonight?
It was good. He was aggressive, just like he has been. And tonight they went down.
So how important is it going to be to guys like Dinwiddie to consistently find Klay and trust him to make those shots?
Yeah, I think it was something that was done early. We set screens, we ran stuff for him. He responded in a positive way. Klay's very unselfish, and so again, he got going. I thought Spencer did a great job at finding him, and I thought the others did too, being able to DHO or find him on the wing on the offensive rebounds. They made a conscious effort to get Klay going early, and he responded in a positive way. And it just made the game easier for everybody else.
Do you feel like PJ at backup center? I mean, what were your thoughts on his minutes at the 5 tonight and kind of, I guess, that going forward?
Yeah, I thought he was good. Everybody was good tonight. Kelly was good. Everybody was good. PJ, I mean, it was a blowout. So we'll get tested in New Orleans.
What'd you like about Kelly?
I thought his activity and his talk, he was vocal for someone just to get here. His voice could be heard on the floor, and that's a great sign for a newcomer. That's it, please. Thanks.
When you see the ball falling like you want it to fall.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely feels good. I put in a lot of work and, just trusting my game. And, every shot I took, felt really good. My teammates did a great job finding me and then just, making every play with confidence. So it definitely felt good.
What does it say about the team? You guys got 39 assists on 49 baskets tonight. The ball was really moving.
Yeah, it was moving. Everybody was playing the right way from the start. Just, Klay started us off, with the hot hand, finding him, and then everybody just fell in line with that. And we knew that if we played our basketball, we played the right way, we shared the ball, like they had, no chance against us. So we stick with that.
I remember talking to you in Toronto after you had that really good game there, and you said the game was slowing down for you. How would you explain, like, maybe even since then, what you've learned since then?
Yeah, I mean, it's all about experience. And, the more minutes I'm out there, the more experience I get, the more comfortable I get playing with these guys out there. And it's starting to show, I know where to be. I know where to, when to attack, when, where to see on the court and, where to make the right decisions. And for me, it's kind of like, Kai, Klay, all those guys, they give me the confidence to be me out there. And that's where now, in a game like today, it's just about flowing and, I was able to be in the right spots at the right time and then, play my game. So I feel real good.
You mentioned Klay, his hot start. What does that do for you guys when he goes out and is just making 7 3-pointers in the first quarter?
Yeah, I mean, that's vintage Klay right there. I mean, I told him on the bench, I'm like, that's the Klay I know. But no, it feels. I mean, shoot, you have a, all-time, 3-point shooter right there, one of the best to start a game like that. I mean, what more can you ask, for a team, to start like that? So he started us off the great way, and then when the second unit came in, we stayed, with that same intensity, playing hard, defending the right way, and then, pushing the ball in transition, and then that's what, gave us a lead early. So, no, it's awesome to see him, get his rhythm and feel good, with a shot again. So, no, it was cool to see.
What do you guys got to do to bottle this game up and take it on this 5-game road trip?
Say that again?
You have to do to bottle this game up and take it on this 5-game road trip.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's just take all the great things from today in terms of our habits, in terms of, playing, sharing the ball, all those little things, rebounding. We had a bunch of offensive rebounds in the first half, defending at a high level, staying disciplined. And then, knowing that we got all the pieces, obviously we are hit with the injury bug as a team right now, but I believe that, it's the next man up mentality. And if we stay focused on the little details, talk defensively, being disciplined, making the right play offensively, we could be any team on that road trip. So, yeah, we're confident going into it.
Oh, Max, during your rookie year, one thing that was kind of talked about a bunch is because you and D-Live were drafted together, y'all's friendship and stuff like that. During this stretch where you're playing some of the best ball of your career, has D-Live kind of said anything? What has he been talking to you about, and just you continuing to keep this momentum rolling?
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, for him, me and him are real close, and to see him supporting me, from the sideline, this guy, whenever I go out there, I first check in. This guy's like, he's like, take a deep breath, be you. Like he's like he knows the work I put in. He sees the hours I put in behind the scenes, and he's like, go and be you out there. And he's like, every time I come out, I turn down a three. He's like, shoot the three, you're open, and like all those little things. And it's great to see that he has so much confidence in me, and he wants me to be great. So yeah, it's awesome.
How do you find that balance? You just said be you. How do you find that balance of this opportunity that you're getting and being aggressive so you can show that development, but also playing within the game and letting it come to you?
Yeah, I mean, it starts like you said. My first thing when I come in the game is kind of like, okay, how can I bring a spark to this team? And it doesn't mean scoring, It's how can I win my energy defensively? How can I disrupt the game? How can I grab some rebounds, offensive rebounds, second chance points, all those little things. And then now, the ball finds me on the swing, penetration, and then I have a shot or I have a redrive opportunity attack, then I'm going to take it. But my thing is not, I'm going to come in the game and, jack up a bunch of shots. Is obviously letting the game come to me. But also know that, okay, my teammates have confidence in me, and if they swing it to me, they want me to take that shot. So that's the way I see it. I'm like, okay, do the things that I need to do for this team first, and then the ball finds me, I'm going to be confident with it. So, yeah.
You spent some time on the floor alongside PJ at the 5 and Kessler on the wing alongside you. Just how difficult does it make it for opponents when you got someone versatile like PJ playing that 5 spot?
Yeah, I mean, we could switch everything with PJ at the 5, so it's kind of like gives us a lot of, room to okay, we switch off. I mean, now teams gotta adjust their game because they're not used to that, and they're not used to having wings who could actually slide and guard everybody. So, it gives a different dynamic to the game, and it's good to see today the success we had with it, and moving forward, like I said, with the injuries, we had this lineup that you're going to probably see more often. And, we're at full confidence that we could guard anybody, regardless PJ at the 5, at the 4, or whatever, because we feel good with our size and our ability to guard guards and bigs. So it was great to see that.
Oh, Max, with you being someone who's, as you were talking about earlier, you're known for your energy, running the floor and tapping out offensive rebounds, all that stuff. Is it somewhat of a challenge for you to bring all that energy, crash the glass so hard, and then 2 possessions later, you're getting open looks from the corner?
I mean, yeah, it's definitely an adjustment. I mean, for me, it's kind of like, okay, this is what I need to do, rebound, all that stuff. And then now when I get the shot, it's just about calming myself down, This is the player that I am. This is how I've always done it. And, putting a lot of energy out there, it's about being in the best shape. It's all about conditioning. And then, you put in all this energy, and now you're open, knock it down and calm yourself down in that moment. But, I would not change who I am and, based on, okay, if I'm getting shots or not. You got to always bring that energy no matter what. So, yeah. All right. Good. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
What do you feel like just allowed you to get in that rhythm, that groove in the first quarter?
I think there's emphasis from Coach Dudley for me to be more aggressive. And it just happened to be one of those nights where I had a really good first quarter. And can't lie to y'all, it felt great. It always feels great when you shoot the ball well. But just felt great because we needed a win where we put a team away early. It's been a while since we had one, so it was nice to kind of do that collectively.
What was Jared saying?
Just find him in transition or find him for an away screen. And not necessarily just to shoot it every time, but just to get some motion, get in a better rhythm. And yeah, it was one of those nights where it felt good off my hand, and still a learning process for all of us because we got to have guys in and out the lineup. But I like that we lean on each other and we make no excuses for how to perform nightly.
What does that say about the offense, Klay, when you guys had 39 assists on 49 field goals?
It's something we have to do to be successful with, our best players out. We rely on Kyrie so much, as we should, because he's one of the greatest ISO scorers in the history of the game. But it's on the rest of us to make it easier for him, and it'll just be that much better, and we'll have that much more confidence when Luka and Kai in the lineup again together. So it's something we can build off, and we try and emulate that in New Orleans because they're a good defensive team.
You've obviously had some pretty amazing shooting quarters and games. Particular, the 9 3-pointers you made almost exactly a decade ago.
Wow, that makes me feel seasoned. That is crazy. Decade? I'm sorry, keep going.
You've had others since then, but I mean that was the record setter. Did tonight's groove, kind of take you back at all, or did it
Absolutely.
that way?
Absolutely. When you do something like that, it reminds you that there's greatness still within you. It's obviously harder to conjure up nightly after a decade of so much basketball, but I love to use this quote: "Be at your best when your best is needed." And I know I have another level of reach, and we have so much basketball ahead of us. So it's definitely a confidence builder and something I can lean on going into the rest of the season.
Clay, for those of us who maybe didn't make it past high school ball, can you just explain what it's like to be that locked in an NBA game?
I mean, it feels great at any level, really. It feels great at 24-hour fitness. It feels good D3 basketball, over playing in the EuroLeague, wherever. It's that flow state that any great athlete or artist, entertainer tries to get into. And there's a reason it's rare because it's so hard to do all the time. But when you do get into that mode, you try and remember what you did and replicate that as much as possible. And the one thing I learned is you can't force those great nights. You have to let them happen.
Klay, yesterday was the anniversary of Kobe's passing. Is there anything that you kind of missed talking to him about that you were able to talk to while he was here with us?
Everything, honestly. Kobe was one of the most intelligent athletes to ever grace this earth, and he was the ultimate competitor. And my memories of Kobe are very fond, especially growing up in Southern California, for high school at least, and getting to see him, especially going with my dad. That's actually funny because that's the first thing I told Luka when we met. I was like, man, I knew you were going to be special because he brought Kobe out of the house to go watch him play. And Kobe doesn't just give that love to those who don't earn it. So that was a cool moment because it was cool to see him retirement, give Luka that love. And I think about him and Gigi, every day. Ask anybody who was born around the time I was, and he was like our Michael Jordan. His style of play and his influence on the game on a global scale is something that is probably only second to Michael. So it's still crazy to think he's not here, and I could go on and on about him because he's meant so much to my basketball journey.
One more question, if you don't mind. There was a report that they're trying to get you to take part in some kind of 3-point activity out during All-Star Week. Are you going to try to do that?
That'd be fun. It'd be fun. I don't know the details, but if the opportunity presents itself, that would be cool to be a part of.
Thank you.
No problem.